This video is a review for using the ruler and finding the halfway mark. So remember, when you're looking at your ruler on the inches, there's that big line that's in between two numbers. That's your halfway mark. Later on in the years, you'll be using that to actually measure specifically like a half of an inch, but for right now, we're using it as counting it as the halfway mark. If it goes past the halfway mark, it goes to the next closest inch. If it doesn't meet the halfway mark, then it goes back to the inch that it was nearest. So watch this video to remind yourself about the halfway mark.
You can measure the length and height of an object in inches. An inch is a standard unit of measure. That means 1 inch is the same length on every ruler. To measure the length or height of an object, start from the left side of the ruler, where 0 would be. Next, measure to the nearest inch. Look for the halfway mark. What is the length of the eraser to the nearest inch? Select your answer.
So remember, look, the end of the ruler or the end of the eraser goes right here. My halfway mark is the one that's between my 1 and the 2. This half is halfway. Here's half, here's the other half. Halfway to my next number. Now, if my eraser ends right here, that means it already passed the halfway mark. And the closest inch is 2 inches.
It is longer than the halfway mark, so use the greater number. The eraser is about 2 inches long. If the object is shorter than the halfway mark, use the smaller number. What is the length of the pine cone to the nearest inch? Select your answer.
So again, the pine cone, when you draw the line down, is right here. That is not the halfway mark. The halfway mark is right here. So which inch is closer? And is the pine cone closer to the 1 or is it closer to the 2? How many inches do you think it's closer to? 1 inch. It's closer to the inch.
The pine cone is shorter than the halfway mark, so it is about 1 inch long. You have learned how to measure the length and height of objects to the nearest inch.
I'm also going to show you another video. But remember our song, 12 inches in a foot, 12 inches in a foot. 3 feet in a yard, 3 feet in a yard. 36 inches in a foot, 36 inches in a foot. All right, here's another look.
When measuring the length and height of objects, we can use inches.
Wait, let's put out our ruler first so we can see how this works.
Great idea, Daniel. So we have our ruler, and to measure anything, we first have to start at 0. And if we want to measure to the nearest inch, we look at the halfway mark.
And that's where the mark is, right in the middle between the inches, right?
Yep. And if the object is longer than the halfway mark, use the greater number. This juice box has a height of about 5 inches.
Let me guess. And if it's shorter than the halfway mark, then we use the lesser number?
Exactly, Daniel. This pencil is about 4 inches long. Oh, and here's one more important thing. When you measure, you always want to start with 0, never with the beginning of the ruler.
Good to know. You really know your stuff. Thanks for this.